Heyo, everybody. You all, everybody. Hello and welcome to today's episode or game or whatever you want to call it. Yay, Tabaxi!
Disaster happening. No, blah, blah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike was just cheering because he's finally created a character.
I mean, that is good. Yay! Yay! Emily, you are here. Hi. I hope you're doing good, girl. Boo babes forever. I ain't quitting that. No. So, yeah, we are going to pick up where we left off right away. Actually, I don't think, no time like the present, right? Let's, you guys.
Let flirting begin. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
that is basically what happened last time. That was amazing. So the party reconvened together and they went over to Pearl Manor, where the leader of Hearth, one of the 10, is resident, and Salt got really involved with Lady Valentine, while Fenyang and Karasim were suspicious, to say the least. And well, we're gonna start right in the conversation, which was let's see, you guys were talking about how to go into Lorne, which is governed by a bunch of racist elves, basically. And then Salt said, I might know a guy. And that's where we ended it. So, carry on.
Oh fuck, what's my character's accent again?
Leprechaun.
Some horrible bastardized version of
It was pretty
some northern
beautiful.
accent.
Wasn't it? Yeah, just
It was very, very leprechaun-y.
leprechaun. You're calling us
I'm
leprechauns?
so sorry, Mark, for
It was more sort of a derivative of Irish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fantasy Irish.
Yes.
Fantasy Irish.
Because that's,
It's better
that's
than
what
mine.
you do. That's what you do. You put fantasy in front of whatever you're saying, and
Yes.
it's fine. It's
Yeah.
Get out of jail
It's
free card.
It's fantasy sword fighting. You don't have to do any poses. It doesn't last 3 seconds and one person dies.
No.
It's fantasy sword fighting. It's fantasy travel. The fantasy Irish.
It's a fantasy earthquake. All right.
Brett, let's hear this fantasy Irish then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
There we go. Oh, I'm so happy that you have a father. Like, where is he?
Right. I don't know. My mother does.
You have both
I-
parents still?
I think Salt realizes that Salt has just fucked up big time here, mentioning parents in this situation. I guess I've got one parent. The other is I've never seen him.
Well, I'm happy for you. You have to, hold on to them. That's what I think.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's difficult to hold on to someone who's thrown you away.
But they do that because they love you. That's what they do.
Salt is just gonna bring the teacup up to and just blow bubbles.
Just lean to Karazim and go, is this more of this plain stuff that I don't understand?
He just nods with the wobbling of the traffic cone. I don't get it either.
Right, well, I'm assuming I'm terribly sorry for your loss then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. So, besides the job in Lorne, is there anything else that you've got for us?
Well, I mean, I did have the thing with, bringing, finding and getting Raphael over, because I kind of need him, so, for the people and all of that. So, I would say that that's pretty high up on my priority list at the moment. So, like, if you go to Lauren first, I don't know if maybe he ran away there. I don't know. But if you guys find him there, you can bring him here because I really need to talk to him. Like, really.
Right, and you need to talk to him because you want to deliberate what how to rule.
Yeah, he's one of the 10. And I can't really, sit by myself at the table. The 9 just doesn't sound as cool. Or good,
And
rather.
isn't there another way to get another person if Raphael has absconded?
If he was elected, can't you just elect someone else?
I don't think he's inclined to attend you right now.
Salt is gonna look over at Harold the Herald. Is he still here?
Yeah. He's standing in the room. Still standing with his quarterstaff and looking at you guys.
Salt is gonna side eye check him after the can't you elect someone new. What does he look like? Does he react to that?
Roll me an insight.
I hope this will come through. Oh my gosh, I thought. Oh yes, because I'm not playing an optimized character for once in my life. I'm playing a good bad character.
Good, that's what I want.
A good
Yeah.
bad character.
Well, I mean-
It's not coming through. Why?
It is
Be
not?
open, right? It should parse through, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's not. What is going on, I ask?
Everything's broken.
Anyways, it was really bad. It was like 5 or something.
Okay. Maybe if you update.
Let me just be here. Right. There, I don't mean to. It's not. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I can roll in chat then, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
A little bit easier.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
That is fine. No worries.
D. I can't type. I still can't type. D20 plus a whole 2.
Oh. 21.
Oh my god, you guys. You look over and his
He looks smug.
his
He looks
yeah.
happy.
He is like a stone cold. He's like a statue. Like you can't read him for you believe that you are able to when you first look at him and you're like, yeah, I can read him. But no, you can't read him at all. He is like just completely stone-faced.
Salt will squint their eyes at him and sip from the cup.
No, he doesn't react.
And I look back to Lady Valentine. And she's like, oh, I haven't thought of that yet.
Well, I mean, like, I get what you're saying, but it's a little bit like, you know, you can't just quit that. Especially not since he was elected. Then you can't just be like, oh, screw this, I'm out of here. Like, that is not okay. Like, I can't even do that because I am born from royalty and I'm the only survivor. I think. Maybe, no, there might be somebody. I don't know. Whatever.
Who says he just can't quit?
Laws?
You have laws?
Yeah.
Huh.
Why wouldn't we?
I don't know. Who makes these laws?
I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
What?
Karazim kind of leans into Fenyang again. Yeah. Now I'm completely lost.
Why are you lost? I don't get it.
Okay, right. Well,
Oh,
we'll,
wait, you're one
find...
of the hill people? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. 'Cause, like, you guys don't have rules, right? Where you're from? And she points at you, Fenyang.
We have tribal laws, yes.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Well, in theory, all laws are made up by someone, but
Yeah. Like, I'm totally fine with having a discussion about philosophy or whatever, but, I don't know. Pretty boring stuff.
well, this is quickly getting us nowhere.
Right, yeah. Well, talking about boring things, we probably have to plan for the journey and get going. And we'll get to Lorne, and maybe we'll find Roughvale.
Good. And don't believe
so-
in things he says. He is, to say the least, he is troubled. Yeah, you all know the stories surrounding him, right? Like, I totally understand why he doesn't feel like he's up to the task, but yeah. So he's a little bit like a crazy old dude, so don't listen to him. Yeah.
Okay. Kazuya slowly turns away. This is getting creepy. And
Do you say that?
no, he's not.
Okay.
That's like, the theme of of him.
Yeah.
And walks over to. Did Harold give us the gold, or did he
No.
just mutter into his hand?
Yeah, he muttered it to his
He
hand.
just
and-
mutters it.
Yeah.
Well, your ladyship, I think we'll just. How's your day been?
Oh, my day? Up and down, I would say, definitely. Oh my gosh, I gotta ask you guys. Oh my gosh, especially you, Hill guy. Like, okay, so where you're from, do you have like exotic animals? Okay, if I say it like this, if you see one of those cool looking animals that don't eat stuff. Well, everything eats stuff, but you know, it maybe not people. Like, I totally want to have a little I want to have a new friend, and I would really like to have one of those creatures. So if you find one a creature that is a little bit odd and strange, you guys can bring them here. As long as they don't eat people. That is very important, so please don't let them eat people. Okay? That's a special mission, and I'm willing to pay for it.
Yes, you're lady.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about like a horse, because I have like 20, I think. Is it 20, Harold? He's like, at last count we had 15. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't want a horse or a donkey or anything like that. Lame. I want something cool.
Lame. Donkeys are awesome.
Donkeys are not awesome. They're just miniature horses. Anyway. So bring me something new.
I think Harazim is choking.
Ken flies forward.
So do you want to spend a night, or?
Oh dear God, no. We have to get moving. Fenyan, can you please grab our friend Salt there?
Oh, I don't. I think we should spend the night. Harold, can you get our rooms ready?
Oh, for God's sake, this is going to be an
Are you okay? I'm asking here. Like, are you trying to
Be funny.
Oh, okay. So your intention is to play a joke on her.
No, on Harold by sort of saying, "Get our rooms ready." Come on.
Oh, okay.
Because he's gonna hate that.
He barely winks an eye at you and then just ignores you completely.
I know.
Yeah. He sees through it. Yeah. Oh, so
Big
you are
barbarian.
staying. Lovely. Okay. So I gotta
That
ask.
backfired.
What?
That backfired.
What backfired?
Yeah, Karasim just stands there with his hood in his hands and just waddles back and forth.
Salt is so confused in this situation. They're like, free room and board? What are you doing? That's just expensive, yo. This is 5 stars. Company could use some work, but at least it's pretty.
I guess you're not saying that.
No.
Okay,
no.
guys.
This is the internal dialogue that
Yeah,
Salt
yeah,
is
yeah.
having with themselves. If you could read Salt's mind, that is what you're reading right now. I hope Harold doesn't have read thoughts. So, anyways,
I mean,
well,
I'm not adverse for an evening meal, etc., and a warm fire.
So that's a yes?
Salt looks to Karazin.
And Yang looked to
Expectantly.
Karazim.
Yeah, okay, you know, exasperated, just throws his arms up in the air. Oh, well, fine.
I mean, your donkey will get room and board as well.
You have a donkey?
I have a friend. Kind of mutters, crossing his arms.
Okay. And she kind of, for the first time ever, she like tosses with her hair and tries to whisper just to Salt, like, you should really try to find some other company because these two are just strange. And she smiles at you guys.
We'll just nod.
Yeah.
They are strange. That's what makes them cool. But anyways, Salt will be like just grab one of what I don't know. I assume there's like treats or something on the table.
Yes.
You know, like
There are
something like,
candied pineapples and all kinds of like
Oh,
sugary sweets. Yes,
oh, I've never
I-
had any of these.
of
Put some,
course.
just like
Try
shove some
them.
in their mouth and tries to shove some in her mouth as well.
Oh damn! Yeah, she is totally on board.
Is that time? Oh, time for bed, I think.
The herald just over your shoulder. The sun hasn't even started going down.
Right? But it's like,
In
You
our
know, Harold,
advanced
you could-
age, we need to go to bed early.
You look over at him, and he is actually the oldest one in the room.
Yeah.
you know, Harold, your hospitality could use some work, don't you know?
Well, to be fair, I am not the one. I am not the lady of the household, am I? So,
Right? That doesn't mean you could learn some hospitality. Hospitality comes from everywhere.
exactly.
I
You
don't
have
understand
salt.
what you're saying, salty old man. Anyways, your ladyship, would you like to go for a walk around the grounds and show me
Yes.
what exactly you have?
Yes. I totally want to do that because I have a collection of like super cool flowers and stuff outside in the garden. I really.
Razim, I have something very interesting to show you on the cart.
And
Oh,
she,
yes, please.
she jumps out of the seat and grabs your hand, Salt, and pulls you with her. And the herald just follows, like
Well,
30
be-
feet away.
Before the, at least before the Harold, Mr. Harold, exits the room, Karazima kind of holds up his hand. Excuse me, Mr. Mr. the Harold. What
Yes.
the compensation we were promised?
Oh, it should be arriving any moment. I believe they are right outside the door with your prize.
Leads over to look outside the door.
Yeah, you see that there is a guy standing with a big bag of something heavy.
Okay.
It's not someone's head.
Oh yeah.
That's the donkey's head.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Yes.
Big Double D will outlive us all. He will become the emperor. All that he surveys.
Muncher
And
of
sire, sire many small hooflings
Aw.
that will frolic around and slaughter the innocent.
I think I'll go with them.
I would too. If you want my advice, dwarf, it would be do not take this reward lightly and spend it all in one night.
You don't know much about dwarves, do you? He says, and he grabs the bag.
Or maybe I do. And he walks after the lady and Salt. And Salt, you are led throughout the really beautiful garden, and there are fountains across the grounds, and very strange plants, like plants you've never seen before. They are like super beautiful and colorful, like it's so vivid, the colors are amazing. It is green, yes, but there are like a array of colors and shifting shapes and all of that, so it is it is gorgeous, and she tells you about some of them, that some of them just suddenly started to grow here, which is weird because the hearth
I've
in
been
general.
everywhere across the whole continent, the whole crater, and I've never seen anything like this,
I
especially
know.
not here.
I know, right?
Lots of wood here.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of wood.
Sure, but yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Just suddenly, like, poof. So, actually, do you know what I think it is?
No, I'm sure you'll tell me though.
Yeah, I think it's mom and dad that they planted all of these different kinds of flowers for me. So, just a
Right.
reminder of them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
When did these start to grow?
Maybe a year ago, I think. Yeah, it was
Right.
right away, right around the time where everything just happened.
Hmm,
So yeah,
interesting. Yep, your parents are looking out for you from the other side.
I know they are. I usually go and
So-
visit their graves.
Right? Will you take me?
Oh, I would, but they are buried by the five sisters. So, and that they are kind of private, with the 10 and stuff like
right
that.
enough.
So
I
you have to marry me in that
Oh.
case.
Oh, Salt just grins. Right. Well, interesting. Is it usual for people to be buried there, like high-ranking nobility? Not at all.
Yes and no. There are the kings and queens that died throughout the realms. They were brought there. Their bodies, not all of them, but about half of them. So, the dwarven king, however, who committed suicide allegedly, he is buried in a tomb, just where he died. So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Okay. So, but is it so you're saying the old set of 10 that passed on
Yeah.
are all, well, most at the Five Sisters?
Yeah.
Was it like tradition before that?
No.
So it's just them that were buried.
Mhm.
Okay, nice.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yep.
So Salt is very definitely avoiding the weird plants at this point.
Okay.
Like like if they're walking through an aisle and there's something on the left,
Yeah.
Salt will switch to the other side of Lady Valentine.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just that, but then otherwise just pleasant conversation, asking about this and that. And this flower, when did this one pitch up? Okay, cool, a year ago, nice. How about this one? A year ago, nice. And that one,
Very
that one's
stimulating.
been here for everywhere, cool. Yeah, Salt is good at making boring conversation interesting
Yeah.
to a degree
Oh, she's super happy.
for
So,
certain people.
what are you two others doing? You are left alone.
Yeah, clutching a big bag of
Seemingly.
gold.
Let's go and make sure the donkey has a place to stay for the night.
Okay, yeah, still clutching the bag of gold. Open it slightly to look inside.
There are a lot of gold pieces in here. It's really heavy. It's 500.
I have no idea what that weighs.
A bit.
That big.
I think it weighs like 50 pounds. It weighs like 25 kgs.
Oh,
No, it's not that much.
but he's a tiny wizard.
Yeah, he's a tiny wizard with the strength of 15, so I think he's stronger than I am. But I'm not strong. Where is my inventory? I just have to put it in here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Party funds. Oh, for God's sake. Nothing is working. Why is it not?
If it's not working for you either, try to.
No, it's
okay.
working for me. It's just I am stupid boy.
No. Worries.
And where is the save button? There we go. Ta-da! Party funds. Once he's confirmed that there is in fact lots and lots of gold pieces, he has kind of grins beneath the hood up towards Fenyang and like, okay, yeah, let's lead on, my friend.
We'll go back to the last place where we left the donkey.
Yeah. You walk towards the gates again, and
Yeah.
you are met with the same guards sitting there, and yeah, you don't really have to go through the gate because they will not let you in right away. So if you want to, you can check on the donkey from inside the manor grounds, or
Has the donkey been stabled then, has he?
he is standing right outside the stables and tied to a pole. Yeah, and he's munching on some really good-looking, nice-looking hay. So he's kind of pleased. It seems like.
I think we should hang out here and leave Salt to his conquest. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I'm not sure he does either.
He does seem invested, though.
I wouldn't put it past him, but I'm not really known for my expertise in this field. It's kind of weird.
I have a question for you.
Please. He kind of plops down on the ground with a bag in front of him and starts counting.
I'll just leave you to that while you're doing that. So, who do you think really is in charge here? She doesn't seem capable of running a kingdom.
No. That's why I was kind of suspicious from the start. I don't think... I think our friend, the Mr. the Herald, he knows more than he's putting on, I would say.
Yes, I get the feeling, especially when he asks the question about what did we find. I get the feeling he's either directly or indirectly pulling the strings here.
I'm not. He kind of looks up a bit. Oh, I lost the word in English. Contemplationingly. That's not a word, but I think you understand what I mean.
Good enough.
Contemplating.
Yes,
Good
thank
enough.
you. Yeah. I'm starting to get a bit uncomfortable with the fact that we seem to be running errands for people who just want to rule other beings.
Well, even the Goliath tribes have people that rule, but they're not born to it. They're elected by the tribe for the good of the tribe, and if they don't do well, then they're evicted by the tribe. this plane's way of being born to a position is alien to me. I don't particularly understand how that really works.
I personally would say that finding this rough veil again, yes, so that we can make ruling easier for the rich bigwigs, doesn't seem to me to be the biggest priority when what we're trying to do to stop these monsters and exploding mushrooms. That's a bigger threat to everyone, including uh, the lords and ladies, and all the way down to the paupers and vagabonds.
I mean, when I was allowed to be in the tribe, our tribal leader had all the power given to him by the people to make the decisions, but he wasn't the richest. He didn't have the most luxurious house. It seems down here the two seem to go hand in hand. Riches and luxury and strength and the power seem to all be wrapped up in one thing.
Yeah, in my people, the king is it's a job like any other. You have to earn it by the sweat of your brow, so to speak. I'm not all that comfortable with this, and would say that even if this mission or quest or whatever you want to call it was given to us by Lady Valentine, I think it's grown a bit beyond its limitations. That we're trying to solve this for everyone and not just for the glitz and glamour of being hailed as the ruling class heroes.
Yes, our tribal leader was a job like a hunter or a cook or anything else, but even in the tribes, because of the war and the intermixing, some influence has taken place there, even in the Goliath tribes, where people believe suddenly that a position of power and importance demands that you also have wealth and you know what comes with that.
The wealth of the king comes from the people. If the people don't grant the king his wealth, then he has nothing. At least below the mountains.
The war that the plains people fought, which we were all dragged into, I feel has actually weakened the cultures of some of the other people of this crater as they were dragged into it. It has done more damage than kill people.
It does not dawn on the dwarf that he's discussing, basically discussing labor politics while counting gold coins.
Fair enough.
Oh, he kind of sniggers to himself under the hood. I never thought of the plains, the plains beings of having much culture anyway. They just pick it up where they find it and claim it as their own.
I do find some of their more fanciful approaches to things are eroding the cultures of others, whether directly or indirectly. I've seen it in the tribes themselves. Already, certain Goliaths think that having a position of importance, as I say, should come with a certain amount of wealth with it. That this is not the Goliath way.
Well, as I say, I am. My people, the dwarves, we are always being painted with the brushstrokes of the greedy and the gold hungry and everything, but it says this while holding a gold piece up to the sun just to watch it glimmer. But the wealth is not taken, it's made by our own hands. A good miner mines more gold. A good smith fashions it into better rings. So, just earning money from the sweat of others is, it's weak.
Yeah, and I'll take a gold coin out from my own pouch. I mean, this is a plains thing. As you said, a hunter may bring down 3 deer in the tribes, but they don't sell the deer. They give the deer for cooking and then eat the food that it provides. But then if they need a new tunic or something, then the seamstresses will make them a tunic from the hide of the deer that they've given, and they don't pay the seamstress. This is plains thing. This is the only thing they seem to respect sometimes.
I fear that they have slightly misunderstood the concept of the East. Like, still doing the trick where you make the coin travel across your knuckles. Like, this has wealth, this has value, but still, it only has value because it is hard to obtain. If you haven't fought for it, it has no value. And if I take something that I have fought for or worked for and give it to someone else, and he kind of flicks the coin towards Fan Yang. And
just literally drop on the floor. They just sort of watch it, like look down at it.
if I give this to you, give this to someone, and I have fought for it, I will get something that they have worked equally hard for in return. It is just a symbol of the work, of the hammer strike.
I kind of see, but they crave this stuff.
They crave the wealth of others because they are too weak to gather it themselves.
And then they think they can rule.
Yes.
It's an interesting concept.
If they are too weak to gather the wealth themselves, it is the wealthy who picks up another gold coin, and the strong's duty to provide for them, not the other way around.
In the meantime,
somewhere.
Salt is. I see there's a little fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I assume the lake water.
Yes.
Is that like on a cliff edge or?
Yeah, it's or a cliff. Yeah, it's not really high up, but it's
Difficult to access.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, Salt, having seen that, is like, oh man, that's sad. I like the lake better. But anyways,
Yeah.
we'll sit at this little fountain.
Mhm.
We'll take still, like, I'm assuming Harold the Herald is like hanging around in the background.
Yes.
So Salt will kind of like sit on one of the benches close to, or even on the edge of the fountain, if that's at all possible. Like,
Yes.
able to kind of like trail fingers in the water, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we'll look up to Lady Valentine. Right, your ladyship. This is quite the beautiful place you've got here.
Thank you.
With you being in charge of all of this, surely guidance is always wanted.
I guess.
Wait,
Why?
well, besides that, let's forget you're a lady. The Pearl Manor for a couple of moments here.
Okay.
Kind of like we'll reach over for Lady Valentine, like come closer,
Okay.
like
yeah.
take her hand and like pull her closer so that she can like look at her reflection in the water.
Okay.
I hope she can see her reflection and
Yes.
it's not just like murky green water.
No,
Um,
this is clean.
Okay, that would be super awkward if it was murky and be like, oop, can't see anything.
Yeah, no.
Right. Well, are there any questions that you want answered? Perhaps if you could ask the world itself a question, and if it could answer.
I mean, sure.
Right. And Salt will take out like a little baggie of some sort of powder, or it's probably actually salt that they
Okay.
keep at their side,
Yeah.
and take a little bit of it and sprinkle it in the water, and it'll start to swirl a little bit, the water.
Yeah, the Herald is definitely watching you. He just eyes you and do I need to remind you of the implications if you harm the lady?
Just relax there, Harold. And
That does not
he'll
answer
kind
the
of-
question.
He's ignoring Harold at this point. So the water is swirling a little bit, and Salt says, "Right, what answer would you have?
What answer?
What would you like answered? Would you like to know if it goes well with someone, or poorly? If a choice is going to work out well or poorly?"
Do I have to say it out loud? And meanwhile,
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if it has to. If the person. Okay, no. Salt will have to say, right? I'll have to ask.
and at this moment, Harold walks over and just tries to inform her that you don't have to do this. And she looks at him and just, you know what? Our guests inside are getting restless, I think. How about you go and join them? And the herald looks at her really, really, really skeptical. Just, I will not leave your side unless you command me, of course. Good. Well, I command you to leave my side, and I trust this person. So, thank you, Herald. That will be all. And very reluctantly, he walks away, but he does mutter something in some sort of what's it called? Arcanic speech, or like arcana, some sort of spell. And I will say that you notice that there is some sort of spell being cast on her. So probably some sort of protection against evil or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, salt can probably whatever. Who cares?
All right. Yeah.
Um,
And you were standing alone.
Yeah, so kind of like motions to the water that's like gently like almost like a breeze is blowing over it, but there's no breeze.
Yeah. Does mom and dad forgive me?
Cool. Not 100% a cool 100% thing, but Salt will turn to the water and kind of like stretch, just speak, whisper to it almost. Does the Lord and Lady Valentine forgive their daughter? And will blow on the water and basically cast augury.
Ooh. What is that?
It's just a low level kind of like spell that's kind of like let me give you the spell description. Must I just put it in the tabletop?
Sure.
Oh
works. Gosh. There we go. Yeah.
And he's just growing.
Oh yeah. That's the one. Oh
so
yeah.
It doesn't really work for this, but
Yeah.
Salt is doing a thing.
Yeah. Definitely. I will say actually, because it's cool, you do get a wheel and woe kind of vibe.
So it's like neither or.
Exactly. It's both good or bad results. So you kind of get the feeling that it is like bittersweet kind of thing. Like they might forgive her, but it depends kind of thing.
Cool. So Salt will kind of like point to the water a little bit and the ripples as it moves through it, much like a seance person would point to tea leaves in a cup or something like that.
You got the dream.
A couple of things like, right, well, your parents love you, they really do, but something bothers them, something small, but they do love you. And then Salt will splash her with water.
Hey! How about you? Did you said that they cast you out? Why did they do that?
Well, my mother was always there for me. Always cared for me. Never knew my father though.
Oh, you never knew him?
Never met him.
Oh. Oh. Is that because of She points to her own ears, just kind of insensitive.
Yeah, Salt has like Salt doesn't hide that they're half elf. They've got
Yeah.
like golden piercings and like filigree
Yeah.
on the points as well. I've got pointy ears. They
Yeah.
might be short, but they're pointy.
Yeah.
Salt will just nod.
Oh. Oh, so the war was. Oh my gosh, did they fight on opposite sides? Of course they did. Well, if you don't have. But you know his name?
My mother's told me.
Oh. Well, maybe you get to meet him for the first time when you go. Maybe. I hope so.
Yep.
Because, like I
Get
said,
to
it's.
meet him.
Huh?
I'll get to meet him.
That's good because. Yeah.
Salt is trying very, very much not to look disgusted.
Disgusted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like disgusted, like hurt, apprehensive, I guess is the right
okay.
word.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to make you sad or upset.
No, it's right. And Salt will kind of like they'll look sad-ish for a second or two, and then look up at Lady Valentine, and will step into the fountain and splash her again.
She starts laughing, and suddenly you get just a wet kind of slap over the back of your head when she uses a mage hand to just scoop up water and just drown you in it, basically. Ha!
Cool. Yeah, we'll water fight with her
Yeah.
for a bit.
Okay. The others, suddenly the herald walks in, and
To the stables.
oh, are you at the stables?
Yeah, with
Did
the
you
donkey.
walk outside?
Yeah, we went sat next to the donkey, didn't we?
No, we said we watched. Did we do that? Oh yeah, maybe we did.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then you don't know. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
Yeah, we're sitting here discussing existential politics.
yeah, I would say though that you do notice there are some the guards are talking to somebody like they did before with like talking into their hands kind of thing. And after a while, yeah.
Can I try to figure out what if that is some kind of like mechanics or if it's magical?
Sure.
Just out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah. You can roll a Arcana.
Yes. Finally, a skill that I am good in.
You know, when my sister was younger, she shoved a little pebble up her nose.
Who?
And I know that you get sending stones, but it didn't work out well for her.
That's amazing. At you.
I
That
got
would
an
be
18.
loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Oh my gosh, what is that one called? It is a sort of message, basically, that they use to communicate with each other. It seems like.
Is there any way to like tap into it?
Not from that distance. Okay.
I'm not that interested.
Because a short while later, there is a well, one of the guards leaves his post and goes off into the stables, and then walks outside and starts to build a tent. It seems like outside the gates, and struggles with that for a good 20 minutes at least. After a while, it's like, god damn it, why even bother with this shit? When the instructions aren't clear, we all been there. And
Structure's not clear. Build a boat.
yeah, and suddenly there is a very fine-looking tent, and this there are a couple of beautiful fold-up chairs that are placed within it, and yeah, that's what they do. Are you guys still sitting and discussing?
No, I'm
No.
just sitting and pondering now.
Karasim has spent the last 20 minutes eagerly watching the show of Mr. Engineerically inclined and trying to build a tent. It's just to kind of half sleepily to Benya. I never really got the allure of tents.
Oh, we use them all the time.
They're portable, yes, but they're not sturdy. There's nothing to keep. There's nothing permanent about them. It's a
That's the
distinct
point.
lack of permanency.
Oh, that's the point, though. If you
Well-
move where the food sources are, like we do, you don't want permanency. And there are ways to make tents rigid and able to resist the weather, but not just putting up a tent on flat soil. No.
Well, never really understood the whole moving to resources either. We just move the resources to us instead. It seems to work.
Seems like a lot of back and forth walking to me.
No, we don't gather them and bring them to us. We take the resource, all of it, and bring it to us. And we just have to make one trip. And then we have it close by, and we can farm it or mine it or whatever.
We work more hand in hand with nature, and the first thing is you do not want to deplete too much any resource, especially animals and plants or trees.
Now we don't have a very large abundance of trees where I'm from. He kind of sniggers.
You do have stone trees.
Oh,
Trees
yeah.
that are just stone. The hours actually kind of like they do fly away for, I would say, mostly for Salt and Valentine. Is there anything in particular you want to do with Valentine? Or are
Way
you
to
just...
put it.
I mean, role-playing, guys. That's not what it's... Get your mind out of the
dirty
gutter.
girl.
No!
Something I want to do with Valentine.
Yeah.
Yes, take her to the fire and make sure she gets warm, or be like, here, Harold, deal with her. She's in weighted clothing.
Oh, yeah. She tries to stay away from the Herald as much as possible. So she actually just after a while she just, it's okay, I got it, and she digitates both of you. So yeah.
Oh. Right, that's a handy skill.
Yeah, I know, right? Kind of learned it near, and yeah, about 2 years ago or something like that. It's fun. I like it.
Interesting, having the forces of the world under your fingertips for frivolous purposes. Interesting.
What? Are you not a magician?
Oh no, I can speak to the world around me, but doesn't always listen.
Oh. That is super cool, though.
No, a bit of a respect thing.
Or who are you talking to in that case?
Oh, the water, the water, essentially.
The water?
Birds, the bees.
Oh.
The world, everything's connected in some way. Some people would say it's the gods, but I don't know how I feel about them always. But I do respect the world around me.
That's pretty nice. I like that. Well, I've been trying to talk to the world as well, so it's just difficult.
It is. Right? And I don't know. So Salt doesn't have like really any like. It's just gonna be like, okay, so what's for supper or
Yeah.
maybe at some point like later on we'll try to get like Karazim and Fenyang, all the three, just the three of them together privately if at all possible.
Okay.
But if anything else.
I will say that there is supper being served. The herald is not the one serving it. No. But
Oh man, he's not Alfred the Butler. What?
no, he's not.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I know, right?
Disappointed!
Disappointed. I fucking love that meme. It's amazing. Yeah, and yeah. So there's food. It's actually pork chops with applesauce and potatoes. And also like some sort of artichoke kind of flavored not sauce but dip or whatever you want to call it at the side. It's really good. It's really good. And
I'll take your word for it.
I'm not hungry. Shut up. Yes, I am. Anyway, and you sit down and eat and talk, and it is really stiff. It's weird. And she continues to flirt with you, Salt, and I assume that you're flirting back. And
Yeah, they're having whispered conversations every now and then at this
yeah,
point.
I think she starts after a while. She starts pointing out fun things about the herald and just basically insulting him to you.
Salt is enjoying this a lot.
Yeah.
Of all the hassle that this idiot has given Salt over the years
Yes.
about accepting shipments. We're like, maybe a bag of grain got a little bit weight. What do you expect? It's a fucking ship.
Yep. Yeah. So, but the night goes on, and when it's time to depart or part ways, the lady excuses herself to you, and she is like she excuses herself to Fenyang and Karasim, but it's that, you know, tug of war, like, should I ask or should I just ignore this? Should I, like, what should I do, kind of thing with you, Salt?
I think Salt will probably pick up on that. Is there like a moment where she like pauses at
Yeah.
the stairs.
Yeah,
Salt will just wink at her.
she just looks
wink.
at you like,
And then like you know, like go on, I'll follow, kind of thing. Like just like
and she jumps up the stairs really joyfully, and the herald walks up and yeah, pulls out your chairs. Very
While we're sitting in them?
Yeah, yeah. He's basically shoving you out. So
I
he,
just look at him and go, "Good luck with that."
I am stronger than you might think, but either way, the lady has deemed it fit to have you stay. However, me being in charge of her safety and such, we have decided to pitch you a tent outside the gates. It is
I thought Salt already did that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, that one went over your head. No problem.
That one
Jumps down from his
went over
chair.
Sarah's head as well. I
Yeah.
was like, huh?
Salt was pitching a tent when he was frolicking in the
Oh.
fountain.
Okay, got it. So, please leave the grounds and yes.
We're supposed to stay outside in that tent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
Because he doesn't like us. Or he doesn't like us. He just finds us annoying. Kind of endearing and cute.
yeah, Salt will kind of just like get up and do a curtsy to
He
to
answers
Harold.
it definitely to you.
And kind of, but like super exaggerated, like way too low, way too long, kind of thing, and then does starts making for the door.
Yeah, he looks to you guys.
Kind of thing. Look from him to the table and then kind of
Yes,
grabs
you may bring
all-
it.
grab all the food that's left.
Yeah.
And,
Sauce is
after.
dripping down your shirt, and yeah.
Can
Free
we
food.
have a barrel of ale, please,
Excuse me?
for
Please.
the three of us?
Of course. Do you wish to have a barrel?
What kind of like gestures to the other two?
I assume a
I'm
barrel.
sure-
I will have it delivered to the tent
Thank you
Within a-
kindly.
within a short
3
while.
mugs too, please. And probably a whole tankard for him.
Of course.
And
Oh, I
probably-
thought that was my barrel. Well, what about your barrels?
I told you we needed two.
Like, yeah, Salt is kind of regretting just asking for one at this point. Because Salt can probably drink a whole tankard on their own as well. A whole barrel on their own as well.
Trust
So
me,
Salt
this
like,
is one of the finer ales from Ivory, the deep mines of Ivory. And it is quite tasteful. I do not believe you will drink more than a barrel.
I
Well,
was
it's a supping
never
ale.
underestimate us. And with that, we'll make it to the tent, I suppose,
Yeah.
at some point, waiting for our drink.
Mhm.
Right. As soon as we're out of earshot of people,
Yeah?
I assume we're yeah, they're
Yeah.
fine. They're just out.
Yeah, you're
We
on
set
your
up
own.
the tent. They're their own problem at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys walk outside the gates, then yes, they will leave you guys alone. but there are still guards when it's nightfall and stuff, but it's not as many of them posted.
They're not spying guards.
Hmm.
Oh, obviously spying guards.
Yeah. So while we're kind of like at the tent, Salt will kind of like gather the two of you to have like a bit of a conversation, and just while you're having a conversation, Salt will take some like reeds or pine needles or something, and weave it into like essentially a little bracelet, and if they can, put some flowers in it as well. But
Yeah.
like that's what they're busy doing while they're chatting.
Yep.
Right. So had a bit of a chat with Lady Valentine. I'm sure you noticed.
Karazim kind of elbows Panyang and looks up at him and and not so good as a wink, isn't it?
Sorry,
Right.
is the beer here?
They'll be bringing it, I assume.
It arrives after a while, and they leave you guys alone. And I will say that if you want to try to chug it or drink it faster, I will ask you guys to make me Constitution saving throws, because this mead is very thick. It's like it just falls like a stone right into the belly. So I just want to make sure that you guys can stomach it.
I think I know the difference between like a session beer and a supping beer, and I
Yeah.
assume
Yes.
this is supping beer.
Yes,
So
exactly.
accordingly, you treat it. You treat it accordingly. So I think I'd be careful with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Salt will be like, right, and let's just keep the drink to a minimum until we've, sorted our things out. And we'll just be like, right, so, quite a caper, quite a situation you've got yourselves into here. Two of you.
In what way?
Things from the skies, beasts, unnatural, portals.
Only one.
Hmm,
Thus far.
And the royals as well.
Well, only one.
That's what you think. Has it ever crossed your mind that all of them disappeared at the same time?
Well, we had this discussion earlier, and I think we agreed that that might have been for the best.
Right? And you don't think that perhaps it's better to have a split couple of royalties than to have them all disappear, be replaced by one group?
Well,
To be fair, this is the only royal I've ever met.
Right.
Well,
right.
someone that
On
calls
the
himself
mountain.
royal, anyway. I haven't met any of the others.
Indeed. I think that's for the better as well.
But we were just doing 3 tasks for her. And then, if we completed them, then maybe we would be looking for other work. But I wasn't aware that we were getting ourselves involved in something.
That's exactly the thing. That's probably what she's hoping for you to do. Do her dirty work.
that's what I was saying before. And that's why I think that this whole finding and bringing Vale to her might not be in our best interest.
Right? I don't think it's lady herself. I think that Herald has gotten in her head.
That's
asked-
very
I asked
possible.
her. I asked the same question early on, whether she was truly running things around here.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
more and like Salt will like cheers Fen Yang. Be like, right, you started thinking. Last time it was all straightforward, cut and dry. Seems like you've started to think beyond just what's on the surface there. Proud of you.
I think that's a compliment. I'll take it as such.
We'll give Fen Yang probably a Goliath cheer. I suppose there's something like that. Something Salt would have learned.
Yeah, we would probably charge each other with chests out kind of thing or something. But you're going to get flattened if you do that.
Yeah, Salt does that, but kind of like sidesteps at the last second,
Yeah.
and kind of just like takes half a bash, so like almost dislocates their shoulder in the process. But like whatever, it's all good and fun at this point. Nothing a good ale and some sleep won't fix.
The only
Well,
reason I say this is she just doesn't seem serious enough to keep things together. I don't know if that's true.
that is probably true. She probably needs a couple of years under her belt to gather a bit of respect. I think
She doesn't
there's
seem to have that much respect for her subjects, to be honest.
more than most.
But I still say that the most pressing issue, regardless who gave us this task or quest or whatever you want to call it, should be to find out why someone and who this someone is that is conjuring portals and that's spewing out sentient goo people and screamy giant goblin things.
And growing mushrooms in people's
Oh,
homes and
yeah, man-eating exploding mushrooms.
conjuring strange plants to grow here. I'm sure you've seen them.
I'm much more attuned to mushrooms than plants. I haven't noticed.
Right, and the Fen Yang, where does Fen Yang comes from again? He comes from the hills, but I always forget like from where in the hills.
1 second. It is in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's the western, northwestern parts
yeah.
of the crater.
Right.
So it's
Well,
in Hillstead. But he would never really say that it belongs to Hillstead, which is one of the realms, but that is the one place I would say that. No, it's not.
I
Hillstead.
kind of would put it. I was born there rather than I come.
Essex, I mean. Sorry, Essex. That's where.
Yeah, I mean, Salt picked Fen Yang up northwest, and you come from the northwest. Well, this garden's full of plants I ain't never seen. I've been northwest, east, south. I've been all over the place, and I ain't seen any of these plants. Her ladyship said they popped in the garden about a year ago. You know, when the 10 disappeared. She thinks they're a gift from her parents. I don't think so.
Do we know when Mr. the Herald turned up? Or if he's...
If you say that, do you say that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll ask all of you to make me a history check, And
I mean, Salt will also have a period from
Oh, I'm good at
where-
history.
yeah,
the minimum from when they started dealing with them.
yeah, that's why I'm saying that you're gonna roll with advantage.
Ooh.
I'm going to roll this at disadvantage
Yeah.
because I have so little knowledge
You
of the
don't
planes.
have to roll if you don't want to.
Yeah,
I got a 25.
Oh,
yeah, 12.
damn.
I can't do that.
Oh, you can't? Oh, okay. Should I roll it for you, maybe?
I mean, I can roll. It's just like my modifiers won't beat that. What is
It's my mighty brain juices that are cooking.
history is +0. Great.
Well, you could roll a nat 20.
I mean, yeah. The Herald did.
Come on. Roll a nat 1, nat 1, nat 1. More
No.
Why
fun.
is it not going? Come on, roll.
That's weird. Because it's
It
not
doesn't wanna
rolling
roll.
for you
Roll,
either.
Alabama, roll.
My chat doesn't want to roll.
Ugh.
What?
Okay.
What?
Really playing you up, isn't it?
Can't send messages in.
Yeah,
What?
you tried updating the thingy?
Do you want me to roll for
oh,
you?
yeah, it says that
Yeah,
you're
just
not in
roll.
here.
If I roll
yeah.
for you, I've got the same +0,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, just roll
That's
2 for
fine.
me. I don't mind. Okay. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm updating.
And-
Or
Yeah, I think
I
that's
did have
good.
a quick.
no.
Oh my god! That's horrible. You rolled a 4 and a 1 on advantage.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Great. Okay, yeah.
I
Surprisingly,
suck.
you yourself, Karasim, when you utter this yourself, you kind of like, you know, when you're saying it out loud, you suddenly like remember stuff, and you're like, oh yeah, I do remember
An
that.
epiphany.
He has been with the family before.
Before everything happened.
Yes. So
Okay.
so he has been in the family, probably serving the Lord or the King and Queen earlier, before their death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's that idea out the window. Well, that theory, anyway.
Well, it doesn't mean he's not involved.
No. Well, it makes him more involved, if anything, but it's not maybe as clear cut as it would have been if he came at the same time as the flowers and the deaths and the mushrooms and everything.
Yeah. Well.
Ooh, I got an idea. Kind of rummages around for the phylactery of the mushroom goo that had I can't remember what, but it had a visible reaction when it was close to those fancy crystals.
Mm-hmm.
That some
I guess-
wildlife is consumed somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna pay for that squirrel that ate the
Oh yeah.
crystal dust.
Oh god, yeah.
You have a ginormous squid squirrel in the forest.
Squid squirrel.
Don't ask.
Many armed squirrels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scary.
Wiggle of death.
Yeah.
Well, he
The
kind of holds it up and
reaction
sees.
was that I think it was like magnets. It was trying to
Yeah,
come in
I
contact
think it was.
with it. It was like pressing up against the vial
Yeah.
container.
So he kind of holds it up and like twists this around and sees if there is like the slightest inclination that it will wants to go somewhere.
As soon as you bring it out, you don't see it as much during the daytime. It seems like, but the tent just erupts in these beautiful colors, and it is basically like turning on a spotlight with the goo all of it seems to be reacting at the same time as the Aurora. So it is.
No mushroom.
So you guys basically have an Aurora inside the tent, basically. And when you bring out the crystal, it's still glows and stuff, but it does the same thing and. Joop.
But I'll take the.
Salt probably like over the chair backwards, like, right? What the fuck is that?
It's the exploding man-eating mushroom. And he kind of holds it up, like, you want to see?
Get that the fuck away from me!
Karazim is an excitable little fellow.
Like ale everywhere, like smells like a freaking tavern at this.
I shall rescue the ale.
I just cleaned this. Fucker.
It takes the crystal part that we have left and kind of tries to put it as far away from the mushroom itself to see if it reacts towards any other direction than the crystal I have.
No.
It was worth a try. I had a theory, and I proved wrong, and even no result is a result.
Or actually, no. Actually, yes, it does.
Ooh.
It is pointing, or it is pressing up against the vial in one direction, not as violently, but it is like a little steep hill.
Yeah.
Basically forming. And when you try to figure out which direction, it is pointing southeast from
I
you.
have to get a map.
Mm-hmm.
Southeast.
Yup. Which is...
That is towards where we're going. Dun dun dun. And Calamity has now gone into full scientist mode, and he dives in, spreads all of his stuff around the entire tent, gets books and diagrams, and starts sketching out design ideas for a mushroom-powered crystal finding compass.
Mm-hmm.
And he completely forgets about everyone else in the tent and all the beer. Because now I have a goal. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing, but I'm going to build it and I'm going to name it after myself.
I dunk my tankard fully in the ale, look at Karazim and Salt and go, "Good night, I'm going to sleep with the donkey."
Right, you are.
Actually, you guys are in the tent, and there are 3 beds that are made to your exact measurements, and it is not just a slab of like hay or something. It is actually mattress and all of that. It is super fine.
And a stuffed tick.
Yeah, I'll sort of like that, and then lift it up and put it on the side, and then settle down on the grass. this finery. Oh.
Who needs it? I'm a big boy.
I sleep with
are an
donkeys.
odd one. You are an odd one. Salt will kind of like just leave Karazim to his whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Nations.
It's like vaguely, like it looked like a compass for a second, and Salt like kind of like holds their compass in their hand for a little bit. And then as they look up to Karazim's drawing, it's like now it doesn't look like a compass anymore. It's like, okay, put that away again.
I just look at Salt and say, for the next few hours, he'll barely know you're alive.
I can definitely
Fine.
see how,
Yeah.
as the night
Completely
progresses,
consumed.
I can see Karasim just like, oh, this book, place to put this, yeah, and down on down on Fen Yang when he's sleeping. Like, good.
You can quickly occupy Fen Yang's bed that he isn't using. It's my laboratory table now.
Yes.
And Salt and Fen Yang will have to use a blindfold to be able to sleep because the mushroom has to be out.
Yeah.
That's my inspiration.
Yeah, at that point, I head to the stables.
Okay, there is a very, very tired, stable, teenager. Or
Able teenager.
yeah, it's a no. Oh God, no. Are there any of them? I wasn't. Or I mean, mom and dad try to force me outside, but all the time. But whatever. And yeah, it is a teenager that looks up from from some sort of book, maybe.
Yeah.
There are pictures in there, but the person has been sleeping, pretty obvious. And then, oh hi, do you need something?
Yes, just somewhere to lie down. Oh, that's our donkey. I'll crash in there.
Oh, you're the donkey people. Oh, okay, yeah.
The donkey people.
Oh, where are my manners?
Racist.
I'll go back to the tent, hunt through my pack for an old mug or something, dip it in the ale, and take it back to him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fen Yang, making friends everywhere.
And as Fen Yang is leaving, you just quickly out of the corner of your eye see Salt busy talking to a tree. But like something, you're not sure if they're talking to a tree or something in the tree. We'll come back to that as Fen Yang does.
I don't think that phases Fen Yang that much, actually. He's used to sort of druids and rituals and things, so...
Sorry, sir, I didn't know that,
Oh, don't worry, and I just present him with the cup. For you.
Oh, I don't think...
Oh, don't make me drink alone, it's rude.
That is true. Harold was kind of on me the other day. Well, I mean, sure.
And I just clink drinks and I'll go into the store.
Coke. And it just like covers the face of the teenager completely. Because it's like just hidden behind the tankard, basically. And yeah, you will have a very nauseous and not drunk, well, kind of, because the person is going to throw up during the night and stuff like that, so cannot hold it down. Because it's strong. Yeah. Okay, so what is you talking about in the tree?
Rite of initiation initiated. Cool. Salt is gonna cast Speak with Animals on themselves.
Yep.
So I think, is it the next 10 minutes or is it like the next hour? It's the next. Oh, well, no, wait, that's the wrong spell. That's friendship.
For the next 2 weeks. You get to listen.
Next 10 minutes, Salt can basically communicate, comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
Okay.
And we'll find a tree somewhere that has like a couple of roosting birds, whatever birds.
Whatever birds. Those
Whatever
are the best
birds
birds.
live here.
Yep. Actually,
Just be like,
there is a squirrel up in the tree.
squirrels are assholes. Salt doesn't speak to squirrels ever.
Oh wow, okay. That's just my spirit animal that you dissed, but okay.
I'm sorry, but squirrels are assholes. They're always
Not in
assholes.
Sweden.
If you
They're nice.
play a game a game with me, don't speak to the squirrels ever. There's always a squirrel. There might not be other animals, but don't speak to the
I
squirrel.
was gonna make a stupid squirrel, but okay. Yeah, so you get a stupid the crow.
I mean, they're all stupid. So Salty's used to that.
What do you mean? No, that was mine. That was mine. I told you. I told you before, Carl.
Well, what do you mean? I thought that was for us.
No.
Salt will just hold out some. I guess they've got like
Nom noms!
Seed rations.
Yeah. They
No,
are
no.
on
sort
you.
like something like that, and kind of like just like offer it.
Oh yeah. They are on you. They just descend on you, just like nom, and just.
Right,
pick
calm
away.
down, bastards.
Hey,
So-
what are you calling a bastard?
Well, both of you, your parents don't get married, do they?
What's married? I don't know.
Exactly, that makes you bastards. It
Okay.
just means your parents weren't married.
Okay. Oh,
It's not bad. It's not good either.
Oh, Christ.
and who are you,
cool,
talking
so-
plant?
Plant.
Yeah.
I'll look over that for a second. Anyways, do you want to do me a favor?
Let
I've
me
got
think
more
about
seed
it.
cake.
Nom. What?
Like the seed cake is probably finished at this point or whatever it is. And we'll be like, I've got more of that.
You do? Where do you keep
Yeah.
it? Where do you
No, I ain't
keep
telling
it?
you. I know you guys. You're a bunch of sneaky little
Oh,
crows.
I'm sure it's right here. And starts to peck around your hand and stuff.
Right. You can keep doing that. You
Yeah.
looks to the one or something. You want more?
Yeah.
Gonna do me a favor? Balls flying. Taking something to someone.
Okay.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I kind of need to shit anyway, so it's fine. Yeah.
Right, okay. You see that window there?
Window.
Will point to the biggest balcony that there is that Salt is assuming is Lady Valentine's
yeah.
quarters. Do you know who lives there?
I don't know, a bird?
Right, no.
Oh.
I didn't think this one through. Lady Valentine probably doesn't ever leave the estate. It's the one with the dress.
Dress. Oh, you
Right.
mean the flower, the wandering flower. Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Right, that one. You know where she stays?
Yes.
Right. You're gonna take this, and Salt will hold up the bracelet essentially that they've fashioned.
Yep.
And they've also put like wrapped a piece of parchment with a little message on it around it. You're gonna take this, and you're gonna give it to the wandering flower.
Oh, okay.
Repeat it back to me.
Bring the wandering flower to this. Yes.
You're going to take this.
Yes.
I am going to take this
Okay.
to the wandering flower.
Okay.
Repeat it.
It just takes it in its beak and then just flies away. And the other one is just continuing to peck around.
Cool, I'll give that one some seed cake so long.
And just eats. That's how. I'm just saying this to our viewers. This is how crows be like. Welcome.
You're
to
lucky you're the dumb one, ain't you? You just ate
What?
dumb and fat.
You're fat.
So it's kind of like, yeah, I have been eating a bit much lately. While
After a short while, you actually notice that the light at the balcony shifts a little bit, So you notice that there is some movement in there, it seems like, and then after about 2 minutes or so, the crow comes back, and with it has a let's see. It's a very very small little blue flower with a really beautiful stem as well, and yeah, it puts that in your hand.
Okay. Is it like an actual flower or
Yeah.
a pin or something? Okay.
Yeah, flower.
Just wow, that was a weird, whatever that was.
The thing.
Yeah.
Trade?
Okay. Cool. Salt. Right.
Trade?
And salt will like essentially put our whole rations worth of like a pound of rations. Essentially, is what it comes down to. And we'll put it in like a crook of one of the trees.
Oh,
Right,
they
there
fly
you
up
go.
and descend on it, and it after a while it just tumbles down, and they're like,
Yeah, salt will leave them to it. That's it for salt.
Yep. All right. Should we perhaps take a short break,
Oh, yes.
or
Yeah.
I am asking you, the
Oh,
players. We could wrap it up pretty soon if you want to, with you guys just leaving the grounds.
yeah. I think at least for Karasim, that's about he's too wrapped up in his new invention thing that he wants to test it out.
Yeah.
So he'll probably not sleep a wink the entire night.
Okay. Take
And
a
try to-
point of exhaustion then.
Yeah. Let's see, I can't remember where it is.
You're
Where is
welcome.
my character?
Let's
People
see.
are so scared of 1 point of exhaustion.
I
I mean,
know.
it's not that bad.
Like, that is a normal thing for me to get. I always try to get at least 1 point of exhaustion.
Where the hell do I?
Yeah,
Click
I'm
that up.
looking for it. I think. Oh yeah, it's right beneath death saves.
Exhaust. There we go. Thank
Yeah.
you. What?
Yeah, Fenyang's got nothing to do here now. We have we've done the meet and greet. We've done the hello. This is what we've been up to, and he's like, "Yeah, it's time to move on. I'm quite happy to move on."
Because in the morning. Actually, what does the note say that you sent?
It says,
For
it basically says wait for me and then signed salt.
Aww.
no, how cute. Puppy love.
You wake up, all of you, or yeah,
No.
yeah. The glowing actually just it's still glowing, but it's not as vibrant as before. And yeah,
But is it yes? In because is it not as vibrant because there is other stronger ambient light around, or does the light itself dim when the sun comes up?
yeah, it dims a little bit,
Okay. Interesting.
but not a whole of a lot. But yeah,
Yeah, but still, it has a it has a noticeably bigger aura during the
Yes.
moonlight than the sunlight.
yep.
Mhm.
You wake
I
up,
think-
all of you, and yeah, sorry.
No, I think also just out of curiosity, at some point Salt will just take the little blue flower they got and hold it close to the vial. If there's any reaction or not.
No. But the flower has actually grown during the night, or the flower buds have grown, so it's bigger. It was really small, but now it's like that in diameter, so it seems to have grown during the night.
Interesting. Hulk is torn between getting it the fuck away from themselves and holding on to it. But we'll hold on to it for now. She pick it from one of those weird bushes. We don't know what it is.
Probably.
That she picked it from
Well,
her
I mean, that's
weird
what
bush.
Salt's thinking. It's like, and that that conflict of like, I don't want that shit near me, and
Yeah.
also, I guess it's a token of appreciation. I'll
Yeah.
hold on to it for now.
Both the herald and the lady, you don't see them during the morning, and it doesn't seem like they have left a message or anything.
Great. That guy can go eat a bag of dicks.
Maybe he
A whole
does.
bag full. You can't king shame him.
Exactly. He king shames you.
Yeah.
I walk into the tent and basically see Karazim in the exact same pose, covered, and is surrounded by the exact same tools and God knows what. You've had an interesting night.
I have had an apostrophe. No, sorry, an epiphany.
What's the difference?
Pronunciation.
Okay.
There's this crazy gleam in his eyes.
You really need to get something to eat.
Look what I've made! Pulls out a blueprint.
What do I see? I mean,
It's
what's he
just-
showing me?
It's like a gyroscopically, basically gyroscope holding the phylactery with like X, Y, and Z gradients. A whole lot of like dwarvish runes and
This isn't a drawing. This is an actual thing you've made, isn't it?
no, it's the drawing first. He hasn't made a thing yet because
Oh,
he doesn't
yes,
have
right.
he doesn't have the facilities to make the thing. So it's a blueprint.
You hold it up and are like, is this dwarven art?
And he looks like he's had another epiphany. He's like, yes, it is.
Now, Fenyang thinks this is something you'd hang on your wall as a piece of pleasant artwork. He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but each to their own. It looks complicated.
Oh no, not really. Look, if you he spreads it out on the ground, and if you look at this, and you take in the coefficient and the drag, and it starts spewing scientific and technical terms and jargon, and after a few seconds, he has devolved into gibberish in dwarvish that no one understands.
Salt at some point has been woken by this, and just literally from the side, like, stuffs a chicken leg in your mouth, in Garazim's mouth at some point. Just like, boom, shut the fuck up, eat that, we're leaving.
Amazing. Do you? Yeah.
Fenyang looks around for something like a coloured pen to give it some colour. He thinks it's like a colouring in thing.
I will say that Fenyang, in particular, you noticed that the day started very early for the stable boy, and there are a lot of horses in here, in the stables, a lot. One that's more beautiful than the next, but they are definitely. I would say some of them even look like war horses. Like it's the real deal.
I mean, Fenyang would be very much used to sort of kept animals for milk and farming and eggs and things.
Yep.
He probably wouldn't really understand having a glamour animal, if you like.
Yeah.
For just riding it's like
Mm-hmm.
He looks at it and he looks very unnatural to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where is the udder on this creature?
Don't milk the bulls.
Yeah, don't. To the viewers, that was my attempt of saying, buy some fucking horses! But no.
No, we have the donkey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We're not in a rush. We're taking our time.
I'm gonna have to,
enjoying the sights.
I'm gonna have to roll for his age and see when he
No,
gives
you
up.
can't. No, you can't kill Dingy. Big double
No?
D. No, we're gonna start a religion around him.
Okay, yeah. And also, you guys have channel points. You can resurrect Dingy. So
I will
Yes.
keep him safe with my 63,000 channel points.
you're just like, no, over my dead body. I don't care
Dingy
about
is our friend. Dingy is our savior.
I knew I kept all those channel points for a reason, and that is it. The donkey will live.
In the one episode, we see the remains of Double D use channel points. Oh, 2 episodes later, he's just wandering around. We found him again. Or some
the
other
immortal
donkey that
donkey.
was eaten.
The immortal donkey.
Well, I think, I don't know if we're gonna end or
Yeah.
not, but
Yeah, I think I'm
Salt,
falling asleep. Sorry.
yeah. Salt will basically be like, right, well, we've got to go see my mother then, so I can find out where to find my father, so we can get those papers. I don't know where my mom lives. Probably
It's
does.
sort of help Karazim start packing up his stuff, and I'm quite careful with it. I'm very careful, but I'm sort of like, if we're going, we're going. And
Yeah.
I would say that she lives actually in Nightfall, I think. Which is right
That's
there.
Oh yeah. That's what we were discussing before.
Oh, where's Nightfall?
There. Here.
Yeah.
There, got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, because there was a. We were talking about this before. If we're gonna cross at the anvil or at nightfall, so there should be a ferry crossing, or at least
Maybe.
commandeering a dinghy.
Oh god.
See what I did there?
It's a dinghy on a dinghy.
Yeah. It's the quadruple D.
Oh my god, no.
Inception.
We have a floating D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Floaty,
see.
float. Inflatable D.
Inception donkey.
Okay, yeah, that's how we end this
Sorry.
session.
Donkey
No, but
and a donkey. That's just how it normally works. What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know even.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
too tired.
thank you everybody for watching and staying around. And yeah, we
For
will.
enduring us.
Huh?
For enduring us.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's in all honesty. No, but thank you everybody for watching, and I hope we can see you next week when we continue
Yes.
the journey south. Kind of.
Yay.
So, thank you everybody, and have a good night and day or whatever, and all of that. Okay. Bye.
Bye.